Trade. Trade. Private jet flights overseas. Damn piece.
The docket says that it didn't happen.
The court date did happen.
And that's not the right eviction.
That happened.
Right.
That happened.
That is not the eviction paper.
That happened.
Okay.
She didn't show up. Listen, are you her lawyer? Are you her lawyer? Are you paying her rent?
You know.
All
right, so we're at 971 Kirkland, y'all. If y'all want to send the people, there's a whole. This guy's got an assault rifle. They do not have the proper paperwork. Nothing about this is legal. That is not a proper search warrant.
I'm not searching her house.
Yeah. Did you try to get in the house?
She's moving this out. You see that? She has the keys.
You have to have prior notice to a tenant to get in the house.
I've never talked to you. I've never talked to you. I haven't. Listen.
So 971 Kirkland. You know. 971 Kirkland. So they don't have the proper paperwork. They're trying to evict this family without going through the proper channels.
We went through the proper thing. I've talked to you and I've talked to you. I've never talked to you, sir. No. I didn't talk to you on the 14th.
No, sir.
I didn't talk to neither one of y'all.
That is irrelevant. There's not the final eviction papers, and without that, there's nothing.
This is the owner.
That doesn't matter. For an owner to evict a tenant, they have to go through a certain process, which y'all did not do. Where's the paper saying that? That is not what you're showing me.
Did you go to court, man? Did you go to court?
And we called the county clerk's office this morning, and I will post a recording in the video that says that there was something on the docket that was removed and that court case never happened.
Where is it?
Huh? What do you mean? There's an eviction moratorium.
I don't care.
So she can stay here. No, listen. So she can stay here
Tony,
as long as she wants.
Until you go through the court system.
Keys and everything. Move my car and shit. He'll move my car and shit.
They have assault rifles with them. What's up, Antonio?
He'll be here at 8 o'clock. He waited. She been riding by and everything.
How you doing? What's going on here?
Okay, you should have been crying when we about to get catch on fire. Okay, you said I rolled home from you in court, baby. You just said you ready for that nigga to go to jail and you was gonna take all my payments. So stop lying, girl. You ain't show up at no court. I was there. I text your phone. I was there.
So the backstory is there's some problems with the unit, and she filed a code enforcement complaint. On the day that they filed the code enforcement complaint, this property owner right here filed eviction papers, right? But she didn't have her papers in order, and that paperwork was kicked off of the docket, which means there has been no court case. There has been no eviction papers done. She has not had an opportunity to go to court or defend herself. So the homeowner hired this group to intimidate this family and get them out. You know, as you've seen, he's trying to manipulate words. He's trying to show a document that's not. Yeah, they're on the way. That are not on the paper. You know. Hold on.
It's a civil matter. He said we ain't gotta let them in.
Right. So they showed up. Yes. And so a relevant piece of info. They posted this note on the door saying, "I don't give anybody permission." This guy drove past the house at 2:15 in the morning, went up and snapped a picture of the door and texted it to her. And I say that shows the level of intimidation that this group is doing towards this family. And there's young kids that live here. So, you know, we've got... And they're just making squirrely ass words. None of it's legal. But there are children here. You know what I mean? And they are trying to intimidate this family. They've been showing up. They showed up Saturday in force and said they'd be back today. Going by the house at 2 in the morning. She's had them follow her to work.
Lady just gave us the number.
So,
when we went to court.
what she's playing on the here.
They gave us two numbers to call.
Here, let me see this.
Listen to that. Fuck what they tell me. Listen to that.
This is right here. This is what we got to do this time.
Yes, his name is. At first he said he was Shelby County Sheriff, so I told him.
You talking about Saturday when we came over here?
Now he's saying he
really trying to-
privately
really?
heard that.
So this recording we're listening to is a Shelby County court clerk confirming that there is no eviction papers.
Listen to what she said.
I'm not sure who he is or what he's doing there, but I
Y'all
think
knew about
that
this.
your
Y'all trying to make it hard.
landlord, Destiny, Palmer did file an eviction against you, and Mr. Jerry Blank is the one that's going to serve you with it if he hasn't already. And so right now, this hasn't gone to court yet. So again, I'm not sure exactly what he's doing there. You might want to.
So that's the Shelby County court clerk confirming that this is not going to court yet.
Where's her paperwork? This is paperwork. This is owner. No, he's not.
That's not an eviction. There's a proper process to eviction.
There's no judge.
There's no wiggling around
I
that.
gave her proper notice. I gave both of
You're
them.
not the one
just
that
admitted
gave
that-
proper
An
notice.
eviction notice through the courts is the only proper way. That is not an eviction notice.
Look at his
And the
bill.
county clerk,
For court.
the county clerk just confirmed that that case never happened.
Sir, okay. So this is this. So the receipt and all this is, and this is not the owner of the property, right?
I can go file a piece of paperwork
This is
right
not
now
owner.
and
This-
get that.
This is the deed, right? This is Destiny Plummer. So you're telling me I gave them notice?
There's no judgment.
There's no judgment.
I never been in court.
No judgment.
Why his paper ain't filled out, Tony? Why he don't got that on his paper? Tell him to show you his paper. Tell him to show
Right.
you again. Show him. Look.
I ain't
He
listen.
ain't
Did
filled
you go
out
to
down
court?
there.
Did you go to court?
So they got a piece of paper. That court hearing never happened, and this guy thinks that's enough to evict,
Well, I don't know.
and that is not true.
Did you hear it?
I mean,
this is the owner,
He
man.
don't even
Y'all
know
call,
he's
y'all
on
call
the
police, y'all call sheriff, who y'all want to, man. This is the owner right here.
It
Now I
don't
gave y'all
matter.
prior notice.
She
You
ain't took
understand?
me to court. She got to take me to court.
Y'all not,
take it.
listen, all these people are trying to help y'all, but they're not trying to help y'all pay
We
rent.
ain't trying to pay her rent. She didn't want to
She
take
didn't
it.
want to take rent. Okay.
She didn't want
That's
to
what
take
this is
rent.
for. Y'all failed
She
to
gotta
pay.
pay.
See, once again, you know, he's using this piece of paper like it's an eviction notice, and it's not. Period.
What you mean? This not fair.
So if y'all want to show up, 971 Kirkland,
This process.
and at this point, it sounds like the best way may be able to get her and her babies.
So the clerk said there's no judgment. The clerk says that they can't evict her. That's what the clerk just said over the phone.
Right.
So she said, right now there's no judgment to evict this family.
Right.
That's what she just said.
So, you know, coming from the county's own mouth that there is no judgment to evict this family.
That's what the judge.
And so he thinks because he's with the homeowner and has this piece of paper that that's enough.
Listen, y'all, when the police come out, it's gonna be a different story.
All the tenant needs is her lease, which she has.
The thing is, when they came here yesterday, all I needed was her. You understand? And then I already gave them prior notice to this, that this is going to happen.
There's
They
a
haven't been paying rent. They didn't go to court.
This the nigga that took the car out the driveway.
and so yeah, they illegally moved her car out of the driveway, broke in her car.
We didn't take anything
Yes, you
from
did.
her.
You drove that car from out that driveway and drove that car over there and you just had them keys in your pocket.
So they literally broke in her car and moved it out of the driveway. This shit is so angering. Like, how many people are these fake process servers doing this to? You know what I mean? And it, you know, the sad part is that there's a proper way to go about eviction. It seems like this guy really believes what he's saying. That's the scary part, is he believes it. There's a proper way to evict a tenant, and it ain't this. And they literally had an assault rifle out here. Saturday, the first time they were here, they pulled a weapon on the family. They pulled the gun out of the holster on the family.
Y'all standing here.
Hey, can we clearly, just as clear as day, say I do not give y'all permission to be on the property?
I do not give them no permission. No permission.
To be on the
on
property.
this property. They pulling guns out and everything.
And
it's private property. You rent it to me. I'm staying here. I'm maintenance this. I'm taking care of this. I ain't saying you since that nigga across the street got locked up on the night.
So just for confirmation, the tenant who has a lease to this building requested.
Put the keys in his pocket. They got guns in these cars and everything. This is illegal. He's taking the guns away in his bag right here. He's taking all the guns away in that bag. Record that bag.
Right. So that's just full. They had an assault rifle.
Right here. That's why he's taking them guns out of there. That boy. He just walked over with a big
This is illegal. You know it's illegal.
I'm standing corner for him out. Yeah, I know you know. I'm standing corner for you out. I'm standing corner for you out. You in here. Yeah, I'm standing corner.
So these they're with the process servers. And he's saying, I don't give a fuck. Give me my other guns.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand that boy out in court.
And this is the same group that showed up at her house at 2:15 in the morning. These guys have been following her to work. They're using full-on intimidation tactics to get this family out. It's completely illegal. She has children living here. This landlord has not done anything proper. This guy, the process server, is under the impression that
You have no right to be here. We are going to file a restraining order against every last person that's out here illegally. You have no right to be here.
With the burger thing, he the only one that ain't said nothing, touched nothing, did nothing. He just been
literally, I don't know if I got it on my video, but they had an AR-15s when I first rolled up. The guy that just left, before he left, it seems like the head guy took away a bag full of guns. And one of the younger process servers bucked and he goes, fuck this, I want my guns. So I don't know if they're heading to get more guns to come back.
You have no right to evict her. We spoke to the court this morning. No right. No right, George.
And I'm agreeing with Shelby County Government.
Thank you.
Shelby County Government.
I'm not speaking to you.
I'm waiting on the police.
Thank you, George.
These folks don't took Keontae's car at the driveway.
So,
on the side of the street, and the man got
you know, I didn't immediately get those plates, but before I got here, they knew to record and get all that stuff, so I'm guessing that we do have it. But I will go ahead and get other plates that are around here right now. It's 971 Kirkland if y'all want to show up. It's literally a dangerous situation. I don't know. So I got a GAA A45 Mississippi tags. All right.
Temp tags on it.
Right. That's a Mississippi tag over there.
But he did remove the guns and put them on the back seat. He did remove the guns out the van and put them on the back seat. Which is
of this car?
Of this car, which is the same weapons that they used to draw on Angelique and her boyfriend.
Right. So once again, to reiterate,
he did make a statement that said that they had the guns to protect themselves because prior to what they did yesterday, which we don't.
And I have footage
of what they did
of what happened yesterday. They came up, you know, and doing the same shit, and they stood by their rights, and cops were called, and then they left because their paperwork is not proper. Or this was Saturday, and then last night they show up at her house at 2:15 in the morning to snap a photo of the front door and to text it to them. It's just an act of intimidation. And then, so they show up today with how many people? 6, 7? carrying AR-15s and a bag full of guns that they collected and put in this car. And before the other car left, he was angry, I think, at the guns getting put in the car. So he goes, I'm going to get my other gun, and they left. Now, are they going to get more guns? I don't know. I mean, they got an entire bag full of AR-15s. But just to reiterate, this is a mother, her fiance, and her children. And this is an illegal eviction. They do not have the proper paperwork. It was not in the system. Nothing. There is no legal maneuver for them.
And his paper is not filled out. Nothing. He was constantly coming. Now he talking calm, but all the other days he was here saying he was Shelby County Sheriff Department. Now he's speaking nice and saying all that.
Right.
No, I'm gonna stand my ground as a citizen of this city. I'm gonna stand my ground as a resident of they is doing it illegal, the wrong thing, trying to sit me out with my kids and pulling guns out and all this unnecessary stuff. And now he gone.
Do you have a Cash App if people want to donate?
I got a Cash App. It's Angelique Kathy 1. It'd be best if somebody can help me and find me somewhere to go to leave this place before me or my kids will get hurt or killed by this man.
Gotcha. Angelique Kathy 1. If somebody can post that in the comments, if you want to help her get a new place. Yes. Gotcha. So Angelique Kathy 1, Cash App if you want to help. You want to tell me what happened earlier? You want to tell me what happened earlier when they first got here?
Alright, when the guys first got here, I was outside at the time. I was just rearranging their stuff around in my car and just trying to keep my mind occupied because I didn't know what was going to happen.
Right.
And all of a sudden, the guys in a van pulled up, and they pulled up with all type of kind of artillery, assault rifles and such, and you know, it kind of terrified me. So I kind of left my car unattended, running, and I came back in the home and immediately locked the doors and tried to barricade myself as much because they was like,
armed
with guys with guns.
Yeah.
So, it terrified me. So as I was in the house and barricade myself in, I heard the guys like saying, "We finna come in, we finna shoot at the doors," you know, to try to get us to come out.
So they threatened to shoot in the house.
They threatened to shoot us in the house, you know, just to get a reaction from us or get us to come outside. And now the gentleman, as we see,
did they try to get in the doors or windows or anything?
In the doors. They was fumbling with the windows. They was putting it on the doors.
Gotcha.
Kicking the doors over and trying to, you know, really force their way into the home.
Right.
And it kind of put me into a stage to where, you know, I felt unsafe with my children and for my fiance. So,
no doubt,
I
man.
try to call the police and things like that, try to get everything situated because we don't know what these guys.
Did they do anything to your car when you left it?
I left my car unattended, and they jumped in my car, pulled it out of the yard, and took it across the street.
So they got in your car without permission.
Without permission, they jumped into my vehicle and pulled my vehicle away from my presence and took it into another.
So even if they moved it 10 feet, that's still in your car.
Yes, sir. It's really still in my car, and I don't know how to react to the situation because these guys have guns.
And Memphis police just got here, so Jayani and Angelique are over there talking to them. I mean, at the end of the day, this is an illegal eviction, period. I mean, this guy can run his mouth all day. It doesn't change the facts. Just because the landlord is here and she hired him to do this, that is not going through the proper channels for an eviction. No judgment has been issued. She has not had her chance to have her day in court. And all of this stems from she's a slumlord. She didn't take care of the property. The tenant filed a code enforcement complaint, which goes into the environmental court system. The day they had court at environmental court, she leaves court and goes and files this notice. So, it's retaliation, it's intimidation, you know, just so they couldn't give this. Like, I gave them I told him to put these up on the door, just denying anyone permission, including the landlord, permission to be on the property. And so he stops by at 2:15 in the morning to snap a picture and sends her a text message, LOL, I'll see you tomorrow, nice try. They have followed her to her work. And this guy is determined to sell this as legal when it's not. You know, that's where it's important to, you know, to ask for the proper paperwork and know what you're looking at. And it's not easy. You know, this is the third eviction that I've been to here in the past few weeks, and it's still iffy. But it's going to have in Shelby County, it's going to have the Shelby County General Sessions stamp on it, and it's going to have the order. And they don't have that paperwork. And when they initially showed up, they were literally paramilitary, assault rifles wrapped around their chest. All right, so now they're going to talk to the police. I'm standing here by the front door, so you're gonna have a zoomed in. So I'm curious to see, you know, even without the proper paperwork, what MPD is going to say. All right, the MPD is asking for their credentials. Hey, Antonio.
Yeah.
You know...
So he told me he was a process server.
Right.
I answered to George and told George he's not a process server. He's a security guard.
Right.
He don't have the right to evict people.
Right. So here's the question. When the old boy that lives here they rolled up with guns, he left the keys in the car.
Because he was scared.
Right. Fake process servers got in his car and pulled it.
Right.
That's the auto theft.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if you drive 10 feet. You get in my car, illegally drive it.
That's what he needs to do. He's making a report now. He needs to press charges. He needs to press charges. And Angelique needs to press charges.
Right.
I have that tag number of that van that pulled off with the other suspects in it. I have it. Yeah. I have the tag number.
I mean, they stole your car, period. So, when they rolled up with their AR-15s, they came and jumped in dude's car illegally, started taking off with it. That's right when I rolled up. And I may even have some video of the guy getting out of the car, but on regular video. So, I mean, that's car theft, period.
So, make sure y'all process all that before they go.
And let her know they took them guns that they put on in that car in a green bag.
So what did they say?
They said they finna see now. He took them guns and put them in a green and brown bag.
Uh-huh.
And his dad go in that car right there.
Right.
And
So I have it on video. He made a statement that they pulled the guns to protect themselves.
Yeah.
But nobody really. What are you protecting?
They immediately pulled the weapons.
They immediately.
They-
pulled the weapons.
when the people first came in that van, they came like somebody sent them and they looking for an address to get here. But the whole time they pulled the guns out on Keontae. That's why he was able to leave the keys in the car and ran in here. And Antonio and Hunter was already said they was on the way. They
but
left.
They put the extra guns right there in the
And
bag.
that one right there, we just jumped in Keontae car and drove it over there. And he put the keys in his car.
Police right
Right over
there.
here.
We're going to make sure they press out.
Yep, you and them other folks. Yep. You said today.
What they said about moving in car legally?
They finna run fingerprints and Keontae got to make the report.
So they are
charges.
going to file charges for
Yeah,
for
they need to.
car theft.
He got in the car because Keontae jumped out, the door was open. He told him to do it. He jumped in that car.
And this guy is a smooth talker. I mean, hopefully the police are smart enough to see through, you know. Just because he's with the homeowner, there's a process to get evicted. You can't just be going around evicting children just because the landowner says, right? There's a whole process, and this entire eviction is retaliation that hasn't gone through the court system to be properly evicted. There is no judgment, period. And he seems to think because he's with the landlord and he gave her prior notice. Now the question is, how many people is this happening to across the city? How many people is there just packs of people running around evicting children in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of winter, illegally? And dude's like, I'm not gonna lie, like he's convincing, but he's wrong, period.
The clerk stated.
Yeah, Angelique, go listen to the cops. Yeah, Destiny Palmer, that's her. Yeah, impersonating the police, intimidation, pulling assault rifles, stealing a car. That's what this little security team has done. Because they've claimed to be Shelby County sheriffs, then they claim to be process servers, and now they're claiming to be private security.
That's what they said. They were
Right.
private security.
So who knows who or what they are, and it's
And
like,
who knows if they're going to come back and harm this family?
right? They're coming. They came at 2:15 in the morning.
If you look in the backseat of that car, that man has a goddamn duffel bag full of weapons that's already loaded. That they didn't use to pull on this one individual.
Right.
I would have jumped out of my car and be scared too.
Earlier in the video, he talks about it. He said he was terrified. A bunch of people roll up with assault rifles and paramilitary gear. He said he hauled ass and barricaded himself inside the house.
He's not a process. He's a security. He's not to secure the home. Which she ain't couldn't even come on the property because he's a
They might be bounty hunters. I don't know. I mean, they're saying private security now, and they are armed to the teeth, you know. And this guy's putting off real little dick energy with his camo pants and boots and paramilitary gear. And then he's got 4 sets of handcuffs, all in different colors, on the back of his belt, you know, that look worn. So bounty hunter is a good guess. Like I said, the cuffs do appear to be worn. But it's like, these motherfuckers are rolling up saying that they're sheriffs, process servers, whatever seems fit. And then when the police get here, now they're a security agency. They're not even process servers. You know what I mean? And they showed up. Listen to me, y'all. They have been following her to work. They showed up at her house and took a picture of her front door at 2:15 in the morning last night and said, "We'll see you tomorrow." This is pure intimidation tactics. And the fucked up part, she's not that far behind on rent and tried to pay rent, and the property owner would not accept it because she filed a code enforcement complaint on her that went through the environmental court system. And like I said, she's just getting back on her feet. She ain't got the money to move out right this second. So that being said, you know, the homeowner's here in the yellow right there. So I mean, she's obviously going to end up having to find another place to live. So if you can, I said a Cash App earlier, help support her so we can get her out of here. But until that happens, She's stuck here with a landlord and a security team with AR-15s intent on intimidating her out of here. What's cracking? Yeah, I think she is going to follow an order of they're impersonating police, and if there's not... Yeah, I mean, that's a felony. But the question is, do we have it on video, right? And we might. We might. I was here at 7 o'clock this morning waiting on them to show up. They said they were going to be here at 8 a.m., but didn't show. And once again, I had court this morning, and I couldn't get a hold of anybody to tell me if I needed to be there or not. So I had to leave here to go to court to find out that had been postponed. And then I get this call, 30 minutes ago that they're here trying to kick in the window. They tried to come in the window. And when I tell you these motherfuckers were armed, I'm not joking, an entire duffel bag with assault rifles wrapped around their chest. Right when I walked up is when they literally stole the tenant's car. The tenant had left their keys in the car because right when he parked, this whole team of people with assault rifles rolled up on him. So he ran in his house. And so after they couldn't get in the house, they got inside of dude's car, the white car right there, which was parked right here, and literally stole their car and parked it on the street. This shit's wrong, it's unethical, and this is the guy that believes his own bullshit. Contact employer, shares video. Yeah, and I've got other videos. They came Saturday and pulled a weapon on the family as well. So, and from the get-go, we pulled it up in the docket, and I'm going to post all this right after it happens. No, they have no writ of eviction, So the backstory is, because she went to environmental court to get some damages to the property taken care of because it wasn't safe, the landlord leaves court that day and files an eviction notice on November 3rd. The court date was on November 20th. She shows up to the court date. It looks like the police are making them leave. Or they're getting in their cars at least. And she goes to court, and for some reason they've been kicked off the docket. Now, I don't know if that is because of COVID measures. Cool. Because of COVID measures, but the county clerk said that they didn't have their documents in order for it to go on the docket, is what the Shelby County Court clerk told Angelique. That means that there has been no court date, there has been no eviction ordered, it's still not in the system, and even when you look up the property on the docket, it shows that nothing has happened, no judgment has been issued, no future court date has been set, period. And so they showed up Saturday, pulled the weapons on the family, and threatened them. Police were called. Police didn't abide by. They saw that there was no paperwork and made them go home. And so they said that they would be back Monday morning, and they showed up in force with paramilitary, outfits, AR-15s, stole the dude's car, tried to get in the front door, the back door, tried to open a window, very aggressive. So, and so they end up calling the police, you know. And right as I was pulling up is when that guy had stolen the car and parked it. And I think I do have a little clip, which I'll post in the videos. So anyways, even this morning, we called the Shelby County Court clerk to ask about this eviction. And once again, I'm going to post a recording. There is no eviction. There is no proper paperwork. It is not in the system. They're going to have to refile, and there's a moratorium on evictions anyways. But that doesn't stop landlords from hiring these teams of people to try to evict people illegally. And it is intimidating and scary. And, you know, I can't imagine how she felt being in there with her children, and there's 8 paramilitary AR-15 gunned out motherfuckers trying to get in the fucking window. You know, I might just, you know, I can't imagine. Knowing your right, standing your ground, or potentially putting your children in danger, you know? So it's like, how many of these stories are we not hearing about? How many other people has this group done this to? Because I know that I've been getting messages left and fucking right. Angelique, so what'd they say?
They said that he had to leave. There's no right for him to be here, but I don't trust them. They coming back. They
Right.
gonna keep coming back. They gonna keep doing their part to intimidate and want me to move. They gonna keep doing it.
Right.
And that's why she's still sitting here now.
Right.
And then they said they gonna come back, so if people can come by, ride by, sit here with me,
Right.
whatever y'all can do to make sure I'm protected with my kids, like, you can come back. For real, cause
I'm sorry.
whatever y'all need to do, whoever can be here, we can.
Right. We're
don't
gonna put
know.
something together. Yeah. Yeah. Hey everybody, they left. I'm gonna end my live. I'll post updates.
Yeah,
Much
tell
love.
MPD
Peace.
told them don't come back if they do.
What's your cash app one more time?
Angelique Cat the one.
Angelique Kathy 1, y'all. Cash app. Help her out.
MoneyBoy. Trade. MoneyBoy. Trade. Private jet flights overseas. Damn piece.